Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What? Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Raw Recap, brought to you by the Smacked Raw podcast. I'm your host, Katie, baby.
Bye-bye.
Alright. And I'm joined by Kevin Crazy. Kevin, how you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing tonight?
You know, I'm good. I'm sweating.
Good.
But
Yeah, you were talking about that. That sucks. I'm sorry.
it's awful.
Being hot is the fucking worst.
Yeah, I'm sweating, and now I gotta sit here with a ring light on my face, and
And you got to deal with me.
and I have to deal with you. That's
Yeah.
just disrespectful.
You're having a good evening. And you had to watch Raw.
I mean, for once, Raw wasn't that bad.
No, I enjoyed it, most of it.
Most of
Honestly,
it?
I think the Shane McMahon stuff was the only stuff that I wasn't really with. Other than that, though, it was pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, nobody actually likes the Shane stuff. Let's be real here.
Well, fair enough. That's I'm going out on a limb with that, I think.
I'll put all my eggs in one basket. Nobody likes the Shane stuff. If you do, then you're lying to yourself, and you should stop.
Pretty much.
But, oh, this is gonna be rough.
Don't die.
I'm gonna try not to.
Hands over your head, remember?
No, I told you that. You can't take
I
my
know.
thing.
That's the joke. Plug the stuff, Katie.
I will plug the stuff. I'll plug the stuff and then we'll start talking about the show. We are a live recap show. You can find us for the Raw, AEW Dynamite, and SmackDown recaps on twitch.tv/puttingyouover. You can find the NXT recaps on our personal Twitch, which is twitch.tv/SmackDrawPodcast. If you miss any of the live streams, you can head on over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SmackDrawPodcast. The button popped up. Like our video, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. We post at least 4 videos a week, sometimes more, sometimes less. If things come up, we do our best. It's fine.
Good enough for punk rock.
Good enough for punk rock. There you go. If you like to listen to your podcast, we are on basically every podcast platform you can think of. Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Google, I think, has one. I don't know.
I hear you though. There's too many goddamn podcast platforms.
There's a lot.
It feels like there's a new one every other week.
Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
It's fine. There's a lot.
Podcast.
Podcast.
Hey, I listen to my podcast on podcast.com.podcast.
Podcast.com/podcast. There we go.
Yeah.
All the podcasts. Imagine.
/smackraw.com.
There you go. .com's at the end. Very, very end. 2 podcasts /smackdraw.com. We should just make that a website.
Yep.
Let's do it.
I'll pay for it. I don't care. GoDaddy.com.
That is a thing. EFF Gamer said the podcast app. LOL. That's a thing.
There you go. I'm glad you have it, and I'm glad you listen to your podcasts on the podcast app.
I'm a visual person, so I watch my podcasts because I like seeing how people interact with each other.
Yeah, like this shit show.
Exactly. I've gone back and watched some of ours before. It's rough. Also, When I first was doing this, I play with my hair a lot. And then Kyle pointed it out to me, and I was like, you shouldn't have told me that. And then I continuously did it more and more each podcast. It's because he told me. He shouldn't have told me.
Dick. It's always Kyle's fault.
It is, but I'm constantly playing with something anyways, whether it's I'm wearing bracelets now to do that, I fiddle with my fingers, fix my glasses, my hair,
Yo, I'm ADD as fuck, so I hear you.
Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough life we live. But if you don't like podcasts, but you like other wrestling content, use your peepers. Head on over to WrestlingNewsWorld.com.
Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers?
There you go.
Anyway.
There you go. Check out their articles written by some pretty awesome people and their podcasts, and as well as their premium content. You know, support them like you can support us by going where, Kevin?
Well, of course, that's patreon.com/padraw. Boy, that was a botch.
Yep, that's all right. Keep going.
Anyway, SmackDraw podcast.
There you go.
She put the stickers up on the screen. I don't know if they're still there or not. They might be.
They're there.
I have them up here. A couple of them. Is there? There might be
one
more.
Right here.
There you go. There you go. They're pretty cool. I like them. They look good. You can get some shirts. I have one. Katie never really actually has had one.
I have one. I literally don't know where it went though. I wore it twice. It's gone forever.
I actually haven't seen mine in a minute either, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
That's kind of awkward.
Whatever, you can have one even if we lost ours. So, or you can even be on the Unpopular Wrestling Opinion show, which we were talking about that before we started recording. You said Kyle is doing that, I believe, next Saturday with all UK guests. Is that correct?
So he told me who everyone is, but I don't think he revealed it yet. But
okay.
Because I made him after the podcast. I was like, tell me who's on it. It'll be.
Hey, you have access to the SmackDraw DMs. You could have figured it out.
I do. Forgot. Well, I took the shows off my phone, so it's just on my laptop. But this Saturday. So what is the actual date for this Saturday? The 27th at 9 a.m. I believe on this Twitch channel. So twitch.tv/puttingyouover. It'll be another episode of UWO with 2 guests from the UK and Bama Dave.
Oh, cool.
Will be on it. Yeah.
I think he's a good pick.
He is, especially because Kyle's just trying to stir some shit, and oh my god. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
Kyle's gonna get us in trouble. But it's fine.
I'm the goddamn troll.
You're the troll, he's the troublemaker.
No, here's the thing though. Earlier when I was trolling, I just want to defend myself because I buried the lead in the troll and everybody fucking totally overlooked what I was trying to say, and they were like, "What are you talking about? You included."
It's because I looked at my phone, I saw that. That wasn't my main focus of the day. I wasn't trying to pay attention to the chat, so I looked and I was like, Kevin, hold on. God.
No, I hear you. I was being absolutely ridiculous. But of course, the real news was there was no compete clause with Andrade's release. Mm-hmm. So he could literally sign anywhere at any time.
He literally signed today.
Yeah.
He could have already. We don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So who knows? I was just being an asshole saying he'd go back to NXT.
No.
Obviously, that is not at all the case.
Never.
But
disrespectful. It's fine. I get it.
But yeah, you fell for a hook, line, and sinker. So
I don't care. Whatever.
Anyway,
let's talk about Raw. Overall, how'd you feel about this show?
Like I was saying to you before, I was a fan of. I thought it was a pretty solid show, except for the Shane and Braun stuff. Like that. Who is that for? Who is like? No, thank you.
It's for Shane. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't give a single dog shit about Shane McMahon anymore. Like, he was cool back in the day and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, Shane, bro, like, nah, you don't got it no more, and I don't want you around.
Listen, Kyle and I were saying the same thing last night when we did the recap. Like, Shane was putting his body on the line, and he was good in his prime, like the early 2000s. Like, early 2000s.
Well, I would even say that, like, during, like, in the late 90s, he was killing it too, honestly.
Yeah.
But early 2000s, he was better early 2000s. But, like, you saw the potential in him, you know, late 90s, for sure.
Yeah, and they act like Shane's the most deadly striker in the game, but he's just throwing rabbit punches, and it's... Kyle and I talked about
he ain't doing no coast to coast no more. That's for damn sure.
I guarantee you he'll pull it out at Mania. I guarantee it.
Well, that's true.
Shane's trying to die in the ring, I swear.
If he's going to do it anywhere, he should do it at Mania. That's for damn sure. But I'm just not into it. The rest of it, though, was really good. You know, of course, the Hurt Business, anytime they're all over Raw, it's really awesome. And they're telling some pretty intriguing, like, inside storylines within the faction, too, which is really cool. What else? Of course, the Drew McIntyre stuff. Just masterful. Love it.
Queen.
And a thought that I had when I was watching earlier, with the women's tag match. Like, I almost kind of feel like the women's tag belts should be used like as a mid-card belt for the women, you know?
Yeah.
I think that maybe that would work really well, because, like, if you looked at it like that, think about, like, a team like Lana and Naomi getting the belts, or even, you know, Mandy and Dana.
Yeah.
Be huge, you know, if it was looked at in that kind of a way, you know.
No, you're right.
Just a thought.
Yeah. We're gonna cover all of that, but you're right. They're not doing anything with the titles, and it just pisses me off. The way they book the women's division irritates me to my core, but we'll get there.
No, I hear you. I feel like it's getting a little better there, though. Like, with the tag stuff.
They're improving with the tag stuff, but then they're not at the same time.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, sometimes it does feel like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
2 steps forward, 800 steps back. Crawl forward, get bulldozed back.
No, I hear you. I right now there are some intriguing things going on, and it's nice to see.
Yeah. But let's start things off with Bobby Lashley taking on Sheamus, which the fact that Sheamus even has a match the night after he went through the screens of the Thunderdome. My God.
How is he still alive?
Exactly.
Let alone wrestling.
How's he walking? How's he moving? I have questions.
Yeah.
But it's no surprise that Lashley, being the fresh man, controls this match. The rest of Hurt Business come out, so Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. And Alexander keeps, like, getting up on the apron, distracting the ref, allowing Benjamin to attack Sheamus. And Bobby Lashley and MVP are very confused. They're like, what's going on here? Almost costs Lashley the match.
Yep.
We do get to see some offense by Sheamus, though. But all it takes is the Hurt Lock to get applied for the win. And as Lashley and MVP are in the ring, celebrating his win, Hurt Business is beating down Sheamus outside. And Lashley's kind of, again, just looking at them like,
yeah, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Why are you guys doing this? Prompting Drew McIntyre, who beat the unholy hell out of Sheamus last night, to come out, save his former friend. He takes out Hurt Business. He has a nice face-off with Lashley.
Ooh.
There's a lot of trash talk. And the fact that Kyle brought it up yesterday, I'm noticing it more and more now. Like, the freaking trash talk is so real right now with everybody.
It's dope. I love it. Especially Drew and Bobby right now, man. Holy crap, those guys. that might be the match that I'm most excited about for WrestleMania now, amongst a lot of really good matches. You know, man, I don't know. They're like you said, they're just always talking shit. Like when MVP was trying to hold Lashley back and shit like that, and Drew was like, "Throw your man to the side and come get some," or whatever. Man,
He even
like,
he did the hand behind the back thing too. He was like, "Hit me."
Yeah,
sir.
Oh, so yeah, I felt it, man. Drew McIntyre looked like a total badass right then.
He did.
He kind of punked out Lashley a little bit, actually.
He did. Not kind of. Yeah. No, he did punk out Lashley. And that led to a backstage segment with the Hurt Business, like the entire Hurt Business. Lashley saying, "I don't need your help. You guys are an embarrassment." Like, that was an embarrassment. You almost embarrassed Bobby Lashley. MVP's talking at that point. Much like you were an embarrassment when you lost the tag titles. Damn. So, yeah. Dissension in the Hurt Business. Are we surprised?
No. Not after. I mean, well, no, because like even Cedric and Shelton were I wouldn't say they were necessarily all patched up, especially after losing the tag titles a week before.
Exactly.
And now, like you said, I mean, like they almost cost Lashley the fucking match tonight.
Yeah.
Like,
and
20, yeah, I don't think it's
20,
go ahead, sorry.
20 days removed from Mania, and you're almost gonna cost the champ, the almighty champion, just a match.
The leader of your faction.
Exactly.
The leader. Like, dude, no, that's like, holy crap.
It's messed up is what that is. So
yeah, no, makes total sense as there's dissension. I hope it's not the end of the Hurt Business, because they are fucking dope.
I mean, when we get to the stuff later in the night, it's smelling like the end, which sucks.
No, I hear you.
It definitely sucks.
I don't want it to go, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see.
But you're right.
Something's gonna happen, either the Raw before, the Raw after, or at Mania. Something's gonna happen.
Yep, agreed.
I don't know. But we move on to our next match, which is the Raw Women's Champion, Asuka, taking on Peyton Royce. Peyton obviously getting this match after her empowered promo from Raw Talk the week before. I mean, it was just like, it was
a boilerplate promo.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
She was just...
It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It just kind of was.
And she's just sick of not being utilized, which 90% of the women aren't. So join the club, Peyton. Like, you weren't for a while, and then Lacey got pregnant in real life. So...
I forgot about that. Jesus.
I say it wrong every time just to make you laugh. You're welcome.
I know, but it kills me every time, too.
Have I sent you that video yet where they say it wrong on purpose?
No. I don't think so.
I'm going to do it after this. Remind me after we stop recording to send it to you.
All right.
But match itself, not bad.
I thought the match itself, I thought was way better than it had business being, I thought. Holy crap. And I thought Peyton Royce looked dope with that new gear and like her hair, that purple and shit. That was fucking fire.
She looks determined now.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have to deal with Lacey Evans as her tag partner. Obviously, there's no Billie Kay by her side anymore, which is still so unfortunate because the Iconics were great.
Agreed.
But yeah, Peyton did a hell of a job in this match. Yeah. She started focusing on Asuka's leg, a lot of like submission attempts by Peyton.
Sorry.
And I think I don't remember how long ago I saw this on Twitter, but it was a graphic of like Asuka's opponents, and I think she's faced Peyton Royce the most on TV.
Oh no shit.
Because like you have to think back in NXT too, because Asuka and Peyton were in NXT at the same time.
That's true. And I suppose even when it was on the network, that's technically TV.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, holy shit.
Craziness. And it was a lot.
I never would have guessed.
Their matches were actually pretty good.
No, Peyton Royce, I do feel like she's pretty underrated. you know.
Mhm.
But like you said, like most of the women in WWE, so there's that, you know.
There's that.
Hmm.
But it takes the Asuka lock for Asuka to win, and as she's kind of just in the ring, my girl, Rhea Ripley finally debuts.
Hmm.
As soon as I heard "This Is My Brutality," I was like, "Let's go, my
Yeah, it's
queen!"
a dope entrance song too.
She's dope.
Oh, she is.
Her as a person is dope. I love Rhea Ripley.
Oh, she's one of my favorites.
Me too.
She's definitely she's up there, you know, as of as far as wrestlers right now for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, she's definitely one of my like favorite women wrestlers as of late, and everything. I love her. She's great. It's like her and Sonya. Chef's kiss. Love them both.
Oh yeah.
But she comes out, gets in the ring with Asuka, says that Asuka is one of the greatest women's champions in recent history. She talks about how Charlotte challenged Asuka when Asuka was at home getting her tooth fixed. We did find out, and it is even said on TV, that Charlotte is recovering from COVID right now.
Yeah.
Andrade tweeted that she's like 4 more days, and then I think she has to get like retested.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I could be wrong. I might have read his tweet wrong, but he like responded to her because she put it on Twitter saying she had it.
Right
I'm sorry, or has it.
Yeah, yeah, I knew it was confirmed. So I hope she gets better quick. You know, that sucks.
It does. I agree, Savannah. Rhea definitely should have beat Charlotte at Mania. I don't even want to get into that because that alone just pissed me off.
Well, from what I understand, like from what I read, now this could just be rumors.
Okay.
Rumors.
Okay.
Rhea was supposed to win at Mania, but then COVID, and she had to go back.
Yeah, that's right.
So like, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. I hear you, but like, COVID. You know, fuck COVID.
Don't even get me started on that. Also,
Justin,
what's up, Justin?
How are you?
Where was I? Oh, so Rhea says, "Listen, I'm just gonna be straight up. I challenge you at Mania for the Raw Women's Championship."
Yep.
And Asuka goes on a nice little rant, all in Japanese, of course, which I love. She's great.
Oh yeah, let her keep cutting all her promos in Japanese.
And
I love it.
Throw
it's
the
so
little
good.
bit of English in there, so you are not ready for Asuka, and then just I accept.
Yeah.
Boom. That's gonna be on night 2.
I don't remember what they said about the nights, man. There's too much. There's like 97 matches, you know.
There's too many matches. I'm gonna lose my mind. There's so
Yo,
many
Justin,
matches.
thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Oh, thanks, Justin.
Yeah, you rule.
Also, Savannah said Rhea actually confirmed she was still in the States even after she lost.
Oh, well then maybe that was just a bullshit story rumor that I read.
It's because they just wanted to keep everything on Charlotte. It's fine. Everything revolves around Charlotte.
Also, thinking about it, like, why the fuck would she have to travel back to Australia during a goddamn pandemic?
I thought it was
Like,
something
that
with her
doesn't-
visa. That's what I heard.
Oh,
But again, if she was still in the States, then that's BS. I don't know.
I don't know either. Whatever. That's a whole other discussion.
That is a whole nother discussion, which I don't even want to get into.
We won't. Don't worry about it.
You know, we're not going to because I run this. So we're just going to move on to Drew McIntyre and Adam Pearce backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Drew's kind of just like walking by. Adam stops him. Asks why he helped Sheamus. Because, you know, they literally went to hell and back last night. Drew says, I'm not going to stand around while 2 men jump him. Adam Pearce informs Drew that her business requested a 2-on-1 handicap match, but he doesn't think that's very sensible. They have, like, this cool, like, well, what should we do with this situation kind of moment? And Drew says, well, if I beat them both, they're banned from ringside at Mania. And Adam Pearce is like, you got it, buddy.
It was a cool little moment. I liked it. It was just a nice touch.
Yeah, I liked it. It was.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's a good way to use Adam Pearce. A good way to just continue the story with her business through the night. Well done.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's so frustrating about WWE sometimes, because it's like, bro, you know how to tell good stories, and like
most of the time,
you know, and good stories throughout an evening, and even like over time, sometimes. But like, they aren't missing with the Hurt Business, you know, and like there's Drew. It's like, dude, just can't. Why can't it all just be this? Like, you're the biggest wrestling company in the fucking world, you know. Like, anyway, I'll put it in the box.
Put it in the box, Kev. Aye. So we move on from that to the Miz TV segment, which I'm just gonna say it right now. John Morrison looks like Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat. And that's all I could think about the entire time.
Yeah, he does. You're totally right.
The hair, the open jacket with just his 12-pack showing.
Yeah, he does like have a 12-pack. His gut, for lack of a better, he doesn't have a gut.
His stomach.
It looks like this big, man. Like too big for my screen.
Abs. It's just all abs.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But that's all I could think about the entire time he was walking out. I was like, maybe it's because I'm just so hyped for the movie. And they kept showing commercials for it. And I was like,
movie does look dope. By the way, I didn't know they were going to release it on HBO Max the same day, too. Stoked on that.
I literally told my friend, I was like, do you want to come with me? I'll go to the midnight premiere. I don't even care. If there's a midnight premiere, I'm going. I don't even care. I'll sit in the theater by myself. I'm going. I love Mortal Kombat. But moving on, Miz goes on a nice rant talking about how things have, he's had a roller coaster the past few weeks. Won the title, was champion for a week, lost the title, got a guitar, he smashed a guitar over Bad Bunny's back. Basically just calling out Bad Bunny, saying, "Who do you think you are? Why do these performers act like they can do what we do?" Also kind of low-key calling out Soulja Boy and Bow Wow and all these other people on Twitter, or all these rappers on Twitter, which I think is funny.
Was it like,
I don't know.
Just out of the fucking woodwork, it felt like what is going on here?
Nobody knows. Nobody actually knows.
Whatever.
But it leads to funny shit like this. Like Randy Orton schooling Soulja Boy on Twitter. Who would have thought? 2021, guys.
Well, I guess Bow Wow, from what I understand, like has a legitimate interest in actually wrestling.
I feel like you did tell me that, yeah.
Like Soulja Boy is just like out there being a fucking asshole, I guess.
True.
I don't know, like.
True. But Miz goes on to say, "You show zero respect towards me. I'm a 2-time Grand Slam champion. I'm the backbone of WWE, and I have been for 15 years. And he goes on to list John Morrison's accomplishments as well. They have 30 years at least of experience together.
I like how now they always mention John Morrison being the ECW champion, by the way, too.
I mean, he was a champion.
It's just funny.
They're sick of not getting the respect they deserve. They're not even on the Mania poster, but Bad Bunny and Damian Priest are. And Miz says that they're debuting a music video next week for Hey Hey Hop Hop,
I can't wait.
Which is a diss to Bad Bunny. They showed a little snippet of it. They threw some Spanish in there, which I thought was funny. Pretty sure he said "si siente," and I was like, what is happening in this world right now? Or no, he said "si se puede." Like, what is going on? Stop.
I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, from what I remember of Spanish, it's been a while, "si se puede" means "yes, I can."
Okay. Well, whatever.
I could very well be wrong, and people can just roast me, but from
I'll take
my
your
knowledge,
word for it.
and Miz challenges Bad Bunny to a match at Mania, and he's just gonna end his career Period. He's going to end it. And he's going to make an example out of Jeff Hardy, because that leads right into the match with Jeff Hardy. And before that match even happens, Jeff is like, listen, you can't beat me one-on-one. I know he'll get involved, him being John Morrison. What?
Sorry, cat.
Oh, you're good.
You scared the shit out of me, man. You just tickled my fucking leg.
But Hardy says, well, you can't win without Morrison, so send him to the back. And Miz does, which was surprising. Yeah. He actually sent John Morrison to the back. Okay.
Yeah, blew my mind, actually.
Yeah. And these two have a great match. I mean, they're two of the people in WWE who've had, like, the longest tenure in WWE alone.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, match is good. And Miz controls most of it, hits the skull-crushing finale. The match was fun. What happened after the match is the real story.
Yep.
Miz wins. He's in the ring. You know, woohoo. Bad Bunny obliterates a guitar across the back of Miz. Now, Miz took it easy on Bad Bunny. I told you last week, his hit was very light. You could tell he, like, choked up and didn't hit him as hard as he could. Bad Bunny said, no, obliterates the guitar. Obliterated it. It was in pieces everywhere. God. And he says, I accept your challenge, bitch.
It was awesome.
It was amazing.
I don't even, like, give a shit about Bad Bunny, but that was pretty dope.
Like, I'm annoyed that, like, we're getting this match, but that was amazing. That was worth it. Yeah,
this is, like, we're getting this match at fucking Mania? Are you kidding me? What's going on with the world?
I got confirmation. Si se puede means yes, you can. Let's go! Oh, okay. 10 years of Spanish. I retained something. I retained something. Also, these lights are really starting to piss me off, so we're just going to do that.
There you go.
There we go. God, I love these lights. Wow, you know how I got these lights? Patreon.com/SmackDrop Podcast.
Do it.
Only if you want to. I won't make anybody.
Even if you don't want to.
Stop it.
Ask Savannah about that.
Oh, poor Savannah. We peer pressured her.
We totally
love you, Savannah. I know you're still here.
Love you, Savannah.
Following that, we get AJ and Amos backstage. And Riddle comes by with his scooter.
Oh,
and
I love it.
I missed part of it, but all I heard him say was Skipper as he just kept going.
Yeah.
And AJ looks at Amos and is like, Skipper, I'm not the captain anymore. Survivor Series was months ago. And I was like, what is going on? Why is Riddle just out here wilding like this?
Because he's awesome.
Debatable.
I don't think so.
It's debatable.
Nope.
Kevin, you're entitled to your wrong opinion, my guy.
Stoner Champ is the best champ.
We'll see about that. We'll see. Moving on.
We will indeed.
Moving on. We get AJ and Omos in the ring. AJ's hyping up Omos' debut at Mania. He's so excited. They can't lose. And that prompts the New Day to come out. And the New Day are just like, you're not a team. Like, we're not facing a team. Like, you're just a little man who hides behind a giant man. And he talks about, they ask AJ, like, oh, well, like, you're his best friend, because AJ kept saying, I'm his best friend, whatever. I'm not using him. They're like, okay, well, if you're his best friend, what's his favorite color? AJ says red. I think he said
like mauve.
I think he said
what the
mod.
fuck was the...
I don't even know what he said.
AJ's just like, what are you talking about? That's not even a color.
It's not even a real color.
It was so funny.
Asked him what his favorite ice cream was. AJ confidently says vanilla bean. It's like peanut butter caramel is what it actually is. And then who is his favorite wrestler of all time? AJ's like, oh, easy. It's the phenomenal one. AJ Styles. Almost is just like, Andre the Giant. He like whispers it under his breath into the microphone.
So good.
So funny. And New Day are cracking up. They're like, and you guys are gonna beat us? The team is about trust.
Yeah.
And that prompts AJ to do, like, AJ Rocks instead of New Day Rocks. And then you can hear Xavier Woods. He's like, enough. Cut to a commercial. And they do.
Yeah.
Which I loved that. And then that leads to a banger of a match between Kofi and AJ, which, are we surprised?
No.
No.
Holy shit, no. But that promo war they were having before that, it felt like I was like in 5th grade getting into an argument with one of my friends about who was better friends with somebody. It was so good.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
It was like middle school or even younger, and just trash talk.
It was. I love it.
Amazing.
I love it. And it works so well, especially with the New Day. But like AJ Styles, to me, like I just feel like he's at a point in his career where he's like, "Fuck it, I'll do whatever," and he's just out there having fun, and it's just so endearing to me. I love it.
Alan's got comedic chops. I give him that. Way to go, Alan. But again, this match, banger. At one point, we get a standoff between Xavier Woods and Almost. That was before the commercial break in the match. I remember that. I don't know why I remember that, but I remember that. Kofi has control for the majority of the match. AJ starts focusing on Kofi's knee. And at one point, towards the end, AJ's about to go for the phenomenal forearm. Xavier Woods plays Francesca on the outside, distracts him, again prompting
so
Almost
funny.
to basically stalk Xavier Woods. AJ goes for the phenomenal forearm again. It gets reversed into the SOS, and Kofi wins. Are we surprised?
Yeah. No.
It's showing that AJ could be the factor that loses him and Almost the titles.
Yeah. And I think, quite frankly, that's going to be the story.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Savannah. That's right. AJ did kick out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. At like the split second of 3, AJ, like his arm is up. So that was a botch by, I'm assuming, the ref. I could be wrong, but thank you for bringing that up. I actually had that in my notes. I just skipped over that part. Yeah.
I didn't even notice it, honestly. So
I think it's as the ref's hand like hits the mat for 3, AJ's arm is up, and it's like still up in the air as the match is like as the bell is rung.
No shit.
So AJ could play up that factor next week, being like, no, he didn't beat me. I kicked out.
Yeah. No, yeah, I could totally see that. But yeah, I mean, I think that AJ being what's gonna, lose them the match at Mania is completely gonna be the story.
Yeah, I feel like it's gotta be, because I don't really think you can put the tag titles on Almost. It's like the same thing they did with Braun. It makes it like almost impossible for any other team, which, let's be real, Raw has 3 tag teams. And this is the 4th. Like,
yeah. Well, and that's the thing, is I don't necessarily have a problem with like the rivalry and like the story they're telling and all that sort of thing. Like, that's cool. Like, I actually really dig it. I dig it a lot more than I thought I was going to when they first started saying it, But yeah, don't put the belts on them.
Please don't put the belts on them.
Yeah.
I know people want AJ for Grand Slam champ. I'd be about that if his partner wasn't Almost. I'm excited to see what he'll do in the ring, because we haven't seen him in the ring before. But no.
Yeah, I don't want that either. But I'm excited for the match.
Yeah, the match is going to be like very
genuinely excited. A lot more excited than I thought it was going to be when they first challenged him,
Exactly. Following that, we got a brief interview with Sheamus backstage. Basically saying, why did you agree to fight Lashley? Sheamus is like, well, I don't run from a fight. I don't back down.
And my boy came around.
I'm not there yet.
He came around.
he talks about, well, I respect Drew. That's why he came out. It's a respect thing, but I don't want his ego anywhere near me. I despise the ground he walks on. Ridiculous things. And
he was going hard, man.
he
Holy
was.
shit.
And that was until
My boy.
Riddle is just
Stoner champ.
circling Sheamus on his scooter,
Asking about the Loch Ness Monster
asking
and
if he's
shit.
ever seen the Loch Ness Monster. Has Drew ever been to his house in Ireland?
These are all very
These are-
interesting questions to be asking.
No, stop.
Hey, tell me you wouldn't watch a documentary on the Loch Ness Monster and not love it. And then you run into a big Irish dude like that on your stallion, fucking scooting around backstage, and you think to yourself, hey, maybe he's seen the Loch Ness Monster before. Then you go ask him. What's wrong with that?
Well, wait. I don't actually remember, and I'm gonna feel really stupid. So before I say it, I'm gonna look it up. I need to check myself real quick. Hold on.
Lest you wreck yourself.
Oh, I can't spell. Hold on. I'm also typing. With one hand. I'm also typing with one hand. No, not the movie. Get out of here. Okay, that's what I thought. So the Loch Ness Monster is not even from Ireland. He's from Scotland. So
Oh.
it wouldn't have made
Wow.
sense. That's why I was like, he really is a stoner. Like, this is insane.
Also, Justin, you're kind of right. It was a little racist, but like I'm always going to defend Matt Riddle kayfabe because he's stoner champ.
I hope people appreciate the deep sighs I have when you talk sometimes, because that's all I really can do.
That's all I can do. Just talk.
But yeah, the Loch Ness Monster is from Scotland, and that's what I was thinking during Raw, and then I just had to check myself because I was like, from what I remember learning about that as a child, I'm pretty sure there's a Scooby-Doo movie about when they go try and find the Loch Ness Monster. There definitely is.
No,
It's really
that
good.
sounds completely reasonable.
Daphne's cousin's Scottish. They stay in the castle. It's pretty cool, actually. Highly recommend.
I'll get on it.
It's from like the early 2000s. It's fine. But then they start talking about Riddle's scooter. He just greased the wheels, and Sheamus is just like,
Yeah.
enough of this. He grabs the scooter, rams the handlebars into Riddle's stomach, walks away, and
Yo.
What?
He was just trying to like show him how to ride the stallion. That's the thing. Like, okay, real talk. I just want to like, this really, I related to this, that particular part of the, believe it or not, right? Because like somebody will be like, yo, well, no, that's not really how I want to say it. Just going on like that is easy for me. Believe it or not, you know, I mean, you podcast with me all the time. So like, especially if I'm kind of knowledgeable about something, you know, I can just bulldoze past signs that I'm not doing the right thing, you know? That's what he was doing. And it was funny to me and it was relatable. And I was like, holy shit, I do that all the time when I'm really fucking high.
As Kyle and I discussed last night on the podcast, Riddle's character is designed literally for you. Just you.
No. Well, all the dudes on the 420 podcast, 420 Wrestling Hour, shout out dudes, they all loved him too.
So
they were the ones that coined the term stoner champ, actually.
So it's not even your phrase?
No.
Kevin, you thief.
I didn't thieve anything. I just gave public whatever.
Acknowledgement?
I don't know. Whatever. It's theirs.
Recognition.
I think that's what the word I was looking for.
I don't know. There's so many words it could have been. I'm just starting to throw some out.
Well, no, I don't know specific. Anyway, I'm having a Matt Riddle moment.
Mm-hmm. After all of that, we get the 2-on-1 handicap match. So the Hurt Business, Cedric Alexander.
Credit. That was the word I was looking for.
credit.
Yeah.
It took you that long to figure out the word credit.
It did indeed.
2-on-1 handicap match. Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin taking on Drew McIntyre. Drew, even though he went through hell, kills it. Takes on both men. He's a monster. He's great.
Yeah.
He doesn't... It's only like a little section of the match where the Hurt Business have the upper hand. It doesn't take long for Drew to regain that command, I guess. And hits the Claymore on Benjamin. And then he hits the Claymore on Alexander. And Alexander
That was one of the
like
nastiest Claymores I've ever seen.
I'm exaggerating. But, like, he turned him inside out. It was incredible.
It was one of the nastiest Claymores I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
Alexander sells it very well.
Yep.
And that allows Drew to win. So, the Hurt Business is now banned from ringside in the WWE Championship match between Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
And that leads straight into another backstage segment with the Hurt Business. Listen, MVP's going off. You lost tonight.
Yeah.
You got involved when you didn't need to. Lashley doesn't need you doing his business for him. Lashley just comes up like a bulldozer, pushes Shelton Benjamin against the wall. I didn't need your help. You couldn't get the job done. I'm going to find someone who can. And he walks into the locker room, and it's like the 24/7 division.
Yeah.
And Ricochet, which the fact that Ricochet was even like pondering this thought. Sir, you got beat up by these men how many times, and you're going to do business for them? No, sir, no. But Lashley says, if you step up and you take out Drew McIntyre before Mania, I'll give you a shot at me. And they're all kind of like pondering it, thinking about it. The only one who probably stands a chance might be Drew Gulak or Ricochet.
Drew Gulak. That's true. I'd love to see a badass Drew Gulak again, man, because he can be so dope.
He can. They just don't choose to do anything with the 24/7 division, and it kind of sucks.
And Jesus, I remember like when he first got called up, and he was wrestling with Daniel Bryan and shit and stuff. He that was so dope. That was so good.
It was. But no, they suck. They don't care about the 24/7 division. They don't care about 205 Live. It's fine.
Well, no, they don't.
They don't. It's very unfortunate because there's so many talented people on there.
Oh, there really is. When I was watching a couple years ago, it was like Jesus Christ, man. Humberto Carrillo was getting his start there. Drew Gulak, Lucha House Party, the Singh brothers,
Mustafa Ali, Cedric Alexander, Buddy Murphy,
Tony Nese.
Yeah. So many people. And it's...
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Thank God Kota Ibushi didn't stay.
Yeah, because Ibushi was a part of the Cruiserweight Classic, which... So good. The whole Classic itself, especially the match between Gargano and Ciampa. Bro. So
I
good.
can't even...
You need to watch it. It's on the network. I guess it'll be on Peacock, too, but I don't know anything about that. But matches were fire. That match in particular, banger. And it just led to everything. The great feud they had.
Nice.
God. Love that. But moving away from the 24/7 division, we're moving into the women's division. So Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke taking on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler with Reginald in tow. Lana and Naomi are on commentary. Nia's paying attention to Reginald in like the whole match until Dana gets pushed into her by Shayna, and that causes Nia to get all mad, tags herself in, takes it to Dana and Mandy. Reginald gets involved. He gets in the ring at one point, does some Cirque du Soleil BS.
Yeah, what the hell was that all about? That didn't make any goddamn sense.
It didn't. It shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
I don't know, but a lot.
That was the dumbest shit ever.
So many times he got involved. He gets up on the apron, and then Nia just hits a Samoan drop on Dana Brooke for the win. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel bad for Shayna in this whole scenario because Nia's infatuated with Reginald. Yeah, big words. I'm throwing them out. Infatuated with Reginald. She doesn't even care about Shayna. They were bickering last night before their tag title match. They're barely a tag team. Just let Shayna be on her own, be the badass she can be, have her kick some more people's teeth out. Like,
yeah.
You feel bad for Shayna in this scenario. And what is Reginald doing? Why is he involved in this?
I don't know, because Nia Jax wants to
be a sugar mama,
shove him inside of her or something. Who fucking knows? I don't know.
I didn't like that. Didn't like that phrasing at all.
Well, that was the point.
Okay.
All right, I'm sorry.
But that, I mean,
like, what I'm trying to say is like that's the only reason why he's there is because Nia Jax has like this insinuated, like weird, well, not even insinuated, this weird fucking crush on him that doesn't make any goddamn sense, you know? And it's like, where is this going? Like, what is, like, who cares? I don't give a shit.
Here's my theory. It's gonna be a triple threat. Again, this is my theory. Triple threat women's tag match for the titles. So Nia and Shayna, Mandy and Dana, Lana and Naomi. Reginald's gonna get involved. I'm gonna look at that in a second because something caught my eye. Reginald's gonna get involved, cost them the titles. Shayna's gonna rip him to pieces. Gonna lead to a feud, I guess, between her and Nia, which I don't necessarily want, but I'll take it if it gets Shayna alone. If it gets Shayna alone, I'm for it. And then Reginald is just gonna be Lana's
gone,
or not Lana, Nia's something. I don't know. What? I remember when she had a random crush on Enzo. Yes, it doesn't even make sense. Nothing the WWE does with their women's division makes sense anymore. Some stuff does, but it's Nia having a crush on Enzo. I completely forgot about that.
I didn't even know that happened.
Oh, it's so weird. Oh, memories.
But yeah, that's yeah. Other than fucking Reginald being there, I don't really mind what's going on here, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that, you know, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke are getting some shine. That's kind of cool. And I like that Naomi and Lana are getting some shine, you know. That's cool. But get Reginald the fuck out of there. Like, there's no reason why he needs to even be there.
Why do they constantly need to throw these random men into the women's division? Key point. You ready? James Ellsworth.
Yeah.
He won the first women's Money in the Bank. Can we talk about that? Real quick rant. Because he was with Carmella at the time, which they always seem to partner them with Carmella, which is kind of disrespectful at this point.
Yeah, you're kind of right, though, actually.
The first women's Money in the Bank, Carmella wins. That's only because James Ellsworth climbed the ladder and dropped the briefcase into her hands. That's how she won. And then they had to redo it because people were pissed. People were like, that's not how that works. Why are you having a man win the women's Money in the Bank? So they had like a redo Money in the Bank ladder match, I think the following SmackDown, and then that's when Carmella herself climbed up and won. It's some BS.
That is stupid.
It's fine, whatever. I'm not mad. I'm not mad anymore. My voice got louder. I'm not mad about it anymore.
Calmer than you are.
Listen, when
You are.
these men get involved with the women's division, y'all better act right or get a step in, because y'all ain't needed. So just leave.
Whatever.
Girls, get it done.
I like girls.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, there's one in particular that's really important to me, you know.
Yeah, I would assume so. We're just going to move on to a brief Alexa's Playground segment. I don't know if I can really call it that. It was just Alexa Bliss giving a promo saying, I know you wanted me out of your life, Randy. You can't always get what you want, but tonight, be careful what you wish for. Ooh, spooky. Yeah. I really do like the undead makeup they're giving her now.
Yes, I was going to comment on that too, because I really like that, because like I know like it's been subtly getting more and more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot more pronounced tonight, I felt like.
Last night I noticed it and I said something to Kyle about it. Like, her face is more flushed and the dark circles around her eyes are more pronounced, and I love it.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. I'm for it. I'm with it too.
Yeah, because like
totally with it.
She kind of looks like a zombie.
Yep.
The Fiend is literally a demon out of hell. It all makes sense.
Yep.
It's great. Following that, we get the low point of the night.
Yep.
We get Elias, Shane McMahon, and Jackson Riker in the ring. Shane saying, well, if I didn't have my injury, I would have wiped the floor with Braun because he's stupid. And he's like, Elias, I know you didn't have time to prepare, but you do tonight because they have a rematch. And the two of them sing a song titled Braun is Stupid. The only thing I'll say about this, Shane can sing a little bit. He's got a little bit of a voice to him.
Yeah.
Bro, I was
fucking surprised as fuck about that. I was like, all right, Shane, I don't really want you here right now, but props. Exactly. That wasn't bad.
I was a little taken aback. I was like, Shane out here singing? Oh, is that bad? I'll give him props. That's the only good thing about the segment. The only good thing was Shane's voice a little bit.
The song was a little funny. I like Elias, you know, playing the songs, but like, dude, this is a waste of Elias. You know?
And, you know, they sing a song called Braun is Stupid. You know Braun is about to come out. He does. And it's like, I'm tired of this. Nothing is going to stop me from beating your ass, talking to Shane. And he says to Elias, well, now you'll hear my song. You might know it. The Man Who Got These Hands. Which, please stop. Just enough. I'm done. Yeah, enough with it. But of course we get the match.
That was cheesy as hell.
Of course we get the match. Kev, can't forget the match.
Well, yeah.
I agree. This feud is so dumb. It's stupid.
Makes no sense. None.
Braun murders Elias, basically. Keeping eye contact with Shane as much as he can. Elias gets like 3 moves. The worst part of this match was when Braun goes to the outside and he does this. My God. These motherfuckers
I couldn't believe it.
Put a train sound out.
It's laughably bad, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like, are they trying to tell like a self-aware joke here? Like, that's how bad it was. Like, cause Jesus, man, where do they have some gall to do that shit?
The gall, the gobshite, the gumption. Yeah. How dare you?
Like,
I can't. Is that what that was?
I thought I was tripping.
Nah, you was not tripping. That was legit.
No, you know, I thought it was like somebody else's music starting to hit and somebody was gonna come out, and then I was like, it's just supposed to be his thing, I guess now.
And it's just awful. It's so bad. I get it. He's the Strowman Express, but like, are we kidding? If they do that at Mania, it is going to get booed and or laughed at loudly live in front of people. I thought it was like what happened on Dynamite with the basketball game playing in the background. I forgot that happened. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people weren't happy about that either.
Well,
oh man.
Yeah, no, this was just terrible.
This was
like,
this was awful.
What were they thinking? Like, it was not a good idea.
No, it wasn't. And Braun hits the running power slam for the win. Shane comes in, uses the crutch. The crutch just bends. It does nothing to Braun. Shane hightails it out of there. And
yeah, his
Braun
knee is
like,
miraculously better.
Looks like that knee is fine, Shane. Now are you man enough to face me one-on-one? I want you at Mania, which we all knew this was going to happen. Nobody wants it. We just have to deal with it. Guys, I'm sorry.
I mean, the only nice thing that might happen to this is Shane McMahon might get his ass kicked by Braun Strowman. But there's not much hope for that either because it's Shane McMahon.
Well, Shane does say, I accept, and you can make it any match you want. I'm going to win because you're stupid.
Yeah, okay,
Are we
Shane.
kidding? Shane's in his 50s. Braun's probably in his 30s.
Yeah.
Are we kidding? The majority of your fans are older than the age of 10.
Actually, yo, the median age for fucking wrestling fans is like over 50 or some shit. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, because I was blown away when I looked it up. I was like, because I thought like it would be like, 18 to 25 or something like that would be the main demographic, or like, whatever. But like, nah, man, it's mostly like older dudes.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm super surprised, but
yeah, I guess I'm not. After I thought, like, when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck? But then I was like, oh, yeah, it's just a bunch of nostalgia nuts like me that are going back and trying to relive when they were in high school. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah. But nobody watching Raw, or should be watching Raw, is using insults like, you know what, I'm going to win. You know why? Because you're stupid. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I saw Savannah putting chat. It's a WrestleMania caliber match.
Get out of here with that
oh,
nonsense.
Jesus.
It's gonna be said so much more now because we're 2-3 weeks away from Mania.
Yeah.
My God.
Every match is gonna be a WrestleMania quality match.
It's awful.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
Enough of the Braun, Elias, Shane bull. I don't care anymore. Let's talk about the main event thing that happened. It wasn't even a match. Randy Orton comes out holding something inconspicuous. Spoiler alert, it's a gas can. He says, seems like just yesterday I was standing in this ring. I watched The Fiend burn. I could still smell the burning flesh. I'm like, you're disgusting. That's creepy. Let's get out of here. Last night, he doesn't know what he saw. He saw an abomination, which I love that word. I'm so happy that was used.
My buddy always used to call me an abomination.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
why?
Well, there's a lot of history between the two of us. I mean, he's legitimately like one of my best friends from high school, and he just like, you're an abomination. I think he meant it more like as a term of endearment, but like I would say shit to try and get people's goats. Boy, what a surprise.
You? No.
Yeah. No. And he'd be like, Haggis, you're an abomination. It was so good.
My God. But Randy says tonight, I finish this. After tonight, there'll be no more Bliss, no more Fiend. He looks directly in the camera and he's like, the bullshit comes to an end. I'm like, oh, Randall's got balls saying bullshit. And they didn't even cut it. He said it right in the camera, too.
Yeah.
What a guy.
He did.
What a guy.
He wanted to make sure everybody knew what he was saying.
You know, as he should. As he should. I love when there's...
He had something to say.
And then that time, and then when Drew said it to Seth, in Seth's face, one of my favorite reactions ever to anything. I want Randy to drop an F-bomb. Me too.
Bruh, if anybody dropped an F-bomb on any wrestling show, I'd have the biggest pop ever, I think.
I want it to happen.
Yeah.
Give it to us.
Yeah.
It's never gonna happen. Not in WWE.
Give me what I want.
AEW might let it slip.
Maybe on a pay-per-view, but probably not. Probably not on a Dynamite.
No. Nah, they barely allowed to say shit anymore.
Yeah.
On TV, which sucks. But that's neither here nor there. Bliss comes out with her Jack in the Box. You know,
oh my God.
The creepy one.
Want that Jack in a Box.
I wonder if it's on the shop.
It probably is.
It might be. But she comes out again, says, "Be careful what you wish for." She plays it. She finally finishes the song. You know, all around the mulberry bush, monkey chase a weasel, something about a mulberry bush, pop goes a weasel. And a little fiend comes out instead of like, I think it's like a sock monkey or something is how it used to be.
Yeah.
And a little fiend doll, kind of looks like a voodoo doll, pops out.
Yep.
Lights go out. Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen. Lights come back on. Fiend is just on the other side of the ring. The abomination of the Fiend.
The abomination.
The demon out of hell. Randy grabs the gas can. Well, he uncovers it. Now we know it's a gas can. He splashes some on the Fiend. I can't even call him Bray anymore. It's not even Bray Wyatt. It's literally the Fiend now.
Yeah.
Splashes some gas on him. And then dumps a little more because he's just standing there taking it. And as Randy starts to go for the match, Fiend kind of charges him, hits him with an RKO.
Dope RKO too. Holy shit.
Amazing. That prompts Bliss to get her ass in the ring, and as she's like about to be fully in the ring, Randy turns. She stops. Deadpan to each other. Fiend gets up, standing behind Randy, mandible claw, and hits the Sister Abigail. And Bliss kind of just points at the WrestleMania sign, a little bit of flames.
Ooh.
And
it was a cool picture with the flames and the WrestleMania sign. That was dope.
Probably the thumbnail of this video, if I can find a good picture. I'm not gonna lie. When Bliss does stuff, her pictures are great, and they make for really good thumbnails. Yeah.
She's photogenic as a motherfucker. She really, really is.
She is.
Just generally speaking.
We love Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
So that indicates that these two are going to have a match at Mania, which we all knew from the jump. We all knew as soon as Randy burned the Fiend at TLC that we were going to get a match at Mania. Am I mad? No.
No, I'm about it, honestly. Like, for real. How could it be bad?
It can.
You know? Like, come on.
The only thing I'm intrigued on how they'll do anything is if they have the feet, or like when they were having Alexa Bliss turning like kind of into like Alexa's playground Bliss.
Yeah.
A lot of like camera cutting and stuff. I'm very curious how they're gonna do that, if they do any of that with a live crowd.
That's a good point.
That's
like I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, because they won't be able to do some of that stuff with a live crowd, obviously. Mm-hmm. You know,
like you can't have Alexa Bliss throwing fireballs at people.
Well, that's true. I suppose that would be kind of dangerous, huh?
Yeah, just a little. But who knows?
Hey, fuck it, man. YOLO.
You know, that's perfect note to end on.
Paid my rent today. YOLO.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Got some groceries today. YOLO.
Thank you guys for watching. Follow the show on Twitter at SmackDrawPod. Right? That's what it is?
YOLO.
That doesn't help me.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. Savannah just sent me a picture. Want this for your thumbnail? Yes. It's literally what I wanted.
Nice.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, see, Savannah knows.
Yeah.
Shout out to Savannah. It's my girl.
Sure.
But thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, legit hit the like button, comment.
Legit.
legit hit the like button. It helps tremendously. Share it with your friends. Give it a review on the podcast platforms.
Podcast/podcast.smackpodcast.com.
Yes. Oh my god. And yeah, Wednesday you can catch. See, I always say these things and they don't ever come true. You might be able to catch Kevin and Kyle on this Twitch covering AEW. I will be for sure doing NXT. RN might be with me. He's on vacation, so I might just go do another solo, which I have no issue with. It was fine. But we'll see. Just stay updated. Again on our Twitter.
If Kyle won't, if he'll stop ghosting me.
That's why I said I can't necessarily say if that's true or not.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.